Mr. Anderson, thank you for the excellent job you've done of leading our finance committee. Appreciate it very, very much. Now for the academic committee meeting, Ms. Griffin, you're up.
Dr. Carr, it's great to see everyone this morning. And this morning we're going to take action on items 14 through 20. So information agenda item number 14, Dr. Jesse Walker will provide background for these agenda items and respond to any questions.
Mr. Walker, I believe you're muted. Ms. Griffin, can you hear him?
No, I cannot.
Mr. Walker, Dr. Walker, are you with us? Hello?
I think he logged out and he's going to try to log back on.
Okay. Let's give him just a minute then.
Thank you.
There he is. Yes, we got some feedback there. Try it again.
How about now?
Yes, very good.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, everyone. I don't know what happened. So the first agenda item we have here is a Bachelor's of Science degree in Occupational and Environmental Health from Arkansas State, Jonesboro. The program is outlined as a 120-hour program. Initially, during the first 3 years, they have indicated there would be no cost other than the addition of new faculty, 2 new faculty members, and 1 part-time assistant. The institution, and with analysis, there's no other program similar to it in the state. Their projected initial enrollment in summer of 2021 of 7 to 10 students. Dr. Karen Willer, the Senior Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, will provide additional context for this program. Dr. Willer.
Thank you, Dr. Walker and board members, for giving me the opportunity to present this interdisciplinary program that will prepare occupational and environmental health professionals in both the public and private sectors, particularly in the areas of manufacturing, industry, hospitals, and other health-related settings. This particular program has been in the planning stages for at least 3 years, and the needed demand was initially recognized by one of our deans who serves on a public utility board. She noted the crushing number of environmental and safety and health regulations just for this particular utility and the critical range of responsibilities that had been given to the safety officer at that utility. She asked other businesses and industries in the region regarding this perceived need for qualified individuals, and she learned that industry is particularly concerned because most of their safety officers are nearing retirement. When these individuals were hired, a person could come in with any bachelor's degree, do some on-the-job training, attend some conferences, earn a few certifications, and they were good to go. But things are very, very different now with complex regulations particularly from the federal government. Stakeholders that she talked with said that a targeted academic degree is highly preferred to the more generic bachelor's. This notion is reinforced by letters of support included with the proposal, which are from the public sector, including higher education and utilities, and the private sectors of healthcare and industry. Students will be admitted to the program in their third year after completing support courses in chemistry, biology, physics, and statistics, and also will complete a 100-hour plus internship. We expect this program to be accredited by the National Council in this particular field. The accreditation will give students added value to their degree if they seek employment at the federal level, for example, with the U.S. Public Health Service or with the Centers for Disease Control. In conclusion, this is a rigorous interdisciplinary program that has been thoroughly researched at the institutional level. It has also been modeled on some of the best programs in the country. We would appreciate your approval.
Ms.
Dr.
Griffin?
Walker, that concludes my remarks.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Wheeler. Ms. Griffin, I'll go ahead to the next item.
Agenda item number 15.
Okay, so agenda item number 15 is a collection of degrees from Arkansas State Mid-South. This is a unique group of programs. First, they have the Associate of Applied Science and Computer Programming, Technical Certificate in Computer Programming, and Certificate of Proficiency in Computer Programming, and also a Certificate of Proficiency in Database Programs. These programs are an outgrowth of the indicated need of industry professionals in the region, as well as the institutions addressing the state's call and national call for more people coming through community colleges with computer science and as concurrent students. The programs as listed here are part of it, also an effort, this funding received by the institution, Title III funding. Currently in the state, we have several institutions offering similar programs. This include Arkansas Northeastern College, Arkansas State University Beebe, Arkansas State University Mount Home, Arkansas State Three Rivers, Northeastern Arkansas Community College, Phillips Community College of the University of Arkansas System, Southern Arkansas University Tech, Southern Arkansas College, Southeast Arkansas College, excuse me, University of Arkansas Community College Batesville, University of Arkansas Community College Pulaski Technical College, and Rich Mountain, UA Moulton, and UA Texarkana Hope. Currently, the individual who will provide additional context for this program is Mr. Jeffrey Gray, who is the Vice Chancellor for Learning and Instruction at the Arkansas State Mid-South. Mr. Gray.
Thank you, Dr. Walker, and thank you to the board for considering our proposal today. We are proposing developing the 3 certificates, technical certificate in computer programming, certificate of proficiency in computer programming, certificate of proficiency in database programming, that it would be under the Associate of Applied Science in Computer Programming. Those 2 certificates of proficiency would be 16 hours apiece. The technical certificate would be 33 credit hours, and the Associate of Applied Science would be 60 credit hours. Labor market data indicate a substantial need for individuals who have these skill sets and these certifications. Review of MC labor market data, looking at a 100-mile radius from West Memphis, indicates projections of 918 new job openings for occupational titles such as application software developer, web developer, computer programming, as well as other variants such as software, Java applications, front-end and back-end development, Python database, C++, Oracle, cloud, HTML, and object-oriented, just to name a few. As of the proposal, when we wrote this, there were 1,266 unique job postings for individuals with these skill sets. Discover.arkansas.gov projects a 35.75% increase in application software developer jobs from 2016 to 2026. That's projecting an increase from currently 2,279 positions to 3,094. Major employers in the region, 3 of whom actually are members of our advisory board for our existing information systems technology program, which will be complemented by this degree pathway, include FedEx, Delaware North, Southland Casino, and regional healthcare providers such as Regional One. but also include other major employers in the region, such as Robert Half International and AutoZone. We anticipate that this will meet regional and community needs as well as student needs by providing students with in-demand skills and certifications such as Oracle and Java that will assist them in attaining high-wage, high-demand occupations. It also aligns with the governor's computer science initiative, which requires that high schools offer courses in coding. At this time, there are approximately 9,800 high school students enrolled across the state in coding courses, and this will give them an opportunity and a pathway upon which to build on those skill sets. And we will also be looking at offering this as an option in our secondary technical center. It aligns with institutional strategic needs, complementing the existing information systems technology degree and certificate options that we already offer. And it aligns with our institution's strategic plan, specifically the strategic priority 3, objective 3, producing employable graduates with the knowledge and soft skills to support service areas workforce needs. Included in the budget would be salary as well as some startup costs associated with equipment needs in space. We are renovating an existing space in one of our buildings to, again, set alongside our existing information systems technology program. Will largely be supported by our Title III Strengthening Institutions Grant. That is a 5-year grant that began in 2019. So it will end in September 2024. Total value of that grant is $2.25 million. All of that won't be used to support this specific program, as there are other goals and objectives inside of that grant, but it will pay the faculty salary as well as purchase many of those equipment needs that we have. These funds will also be complemented by the recently funded Regional Workforce Grant, which will support our Information Systems Technology program, which has courses that will be inside of these degrees. We are projecting an annual enrollment of 15 students, which will also help us to attain sustainability inside of that program. And we hope to produce graduates that can earn salaries, wages up to $26 an hour for roughly $55,000 annual salaries. And that concludes my remarks.
Dr. Gray, are there any questions for Dr. Gray today?
Dr. Gray, you said that the work would largely be supported by the grant. Sounds like it's not entirely supported. Are there any institutional resources having to help with this?
Again, it will be almost entirely supported. The faculty salary will be paid by the grant, as well as those initial startup costs associated with the equipment needs. Now, we also have technology fees that will be collected through tuition, and that will help to also sustain the program. But largely it's going to be grant funded to start. And again, we've also got a significant number of courses that we already offer that are inside of the Information Systems Technology program that will also help to support the program.
I only asked that question because it looks like about 15 institutions are offering a similar program. And anyway, I want us to be careful with what our limited resources are around the state.
Certainly. And again, I think, we've got quite a bit of interest. We've been largely successful in maintaining enrollments in our existing information systems technology program. Roughly, I think there are approximately 40 students that are enrolled in those degree plans. So I anticipate, based upon current enrollment trends, as well as just interest that has been indicated by students that are involved in that program, that we will be able to enroll a sufficient number of students into this program to hopefully sustain it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Okay, if not, we'll move to item number 16.
Ms. Griffin, this is a 2 degree programs being proposed by Ozarka College, Certificate of Proficiency in Precision Technology and then a technical certificate in precision machining technology. The programs are designed to provide a pathway for students to entry-level machining technology and prepare them for manufacturing in this area. The institutions indicated there's a strong regional need for this, with a new facilities opening in the region, as well as possibly filling 200 open positions with individuals coming through this program. Currently within the state, we have several other institutions with similar programs that include Arkansas State Newport, Black River Technical College, North Arkansas College, and the University of Arkansas Pulaski Technical College. The enrollment in these programs range anywhere from 10 students up to 18 students. Graduations have been well above viability standards, and the two proposed programs are projecting initial enrollment of 10 to 15 students initially. Dr. Chris Lorch, who is the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Academics at Ozarka College, will provide additional context. Dr. Lorch.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to present this program to you today. As Dr. Walker mentioned, the Precision Machining Technology program was developed in direct response to a major employer coming to our area. As some of you may have heard, Emerson Tools is bringing in a big operation. They purchased a building less than 2 miles from our Ash Flat Technical Training Center. They plan on offering 200 jobs in total. Approximately 60 of those will be in machining. Additionally, after announcing our partnership with Emerson, we've been in contact with other smaller businesses who have machining operations in our area, and they've expressed an interest as well. So the interest in the program should go beyond the initial push with Emerson. As far as the curriculum is concerned, the curriculum was developed in very strong conversations with Emerson and other business partners. It also includes the Future Fit curriculum. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Future Fit curriculum, that was developed by the Arkansas Economic Development Commission, Office of Skills Development, in conjunction with a number of businesses across the state, that provides entry-level training for people going into manufacturing jobs. So the Future Fit curriculum covers things like soft skills and communication, basic math, blueprint reading, assembly, and just general manufacturing, in addition to safety. Now, with the curriculum, once we move them through the Future Fit curriculum, we'll start them with manual machining, milling and lathe, to give them a foundational sort of knowledge of machining, and then we'll move on to CNC. And again, this has been vetted very heavily with our industry partners, so we feel that this will give graduates of this program a really strong start in this field. Now, as far as costs are concerned, all the costs for equipment purchases and the first 3 years of faculty salaries will be covered by the Delta Regional Authority's Regional Workforce Opportunity for Rural Communities grant. Ozarka was recently awarded this grant for $1.47 million for machining and also to start up welding there in Sharp County. So no institutional funds will be used to start up this program. As far as what graduates can expect upon graduation, qualified machinists can expect anywhere from $15 to $20 per hour. If they sign on with Emerson, they can get that wage plus a very competitive benefits package with health insurance and retirement. Another benefit for students in this program, as we were developing our partnership with Emerson, we held some job fairs at our Ash Flat campus. And Emerson was basically trying to gauge what the skilled workforce was already in our region. And what we heard from the attendees of those job fairs is that they are driving 45 minutes, an hour, sometimes over an hour one way to work. So having this program where we can train individuals close to home, where they can get jobs closer to home, is really going to affect their quality of life, on top of the economic development impact that it's going to have for our region. We're really excited for this program. We're excited to work with this industry partner and also with local leaders to develop all this. And with that, I'll take any questions that you all might have for me.
My question would be, and I'm excited that Emerson is coming into your area and excited you're starting this program, but is Emerson making any contribution toward this program?
Not at the moment. I think they will as they kind of get down the road. Right now, we're really in flux with them as far as, everything that we're having to do to make sure we meet their needs. And then, you know, I don't know if you're familiar with the building up there in Ash Flat, but they're having to do a complete renovation of this building. They're having to put a new roof on. I think they're pretty bogged down in their own cost really right now, but I think as we move forward, they will be making some contributions. They've been very appreciative of us working with them on this curriculum and on this training. We're going to try to stir it up as soon as possible, but the partnership and the levels of the partnership are evolving as time goes on.
Yeah, I hope they will help us as soon as possible. That'd be great.
You and me both.
Hey, Chris, you mentioned that center in Ash Flat. Are some of your students and stuff, are they using that as some for refurbishing that center there? Or some of those guys that are in the program or at school, are they being used to get on site training there?
So what we've talked about with
Chris, did you?
So as Emerson starts bringing in equipment, we're going to slowly start training them there. We're working on renovating the space there at Ash Flat, again, with funds from the grant for machining and welding. So we're kind of working kind of at the same pace with Emerson. Once we kind of get ready to train, we'll bring them over there to train with us and then move them over to Emerson. We might be doing some training on their side as well. It's just going to kind of be a back and forth depending on the timeline for both them and us.
Did you say 200 jobs?
Yeah, 200 jobs total. It's going to range from, they're going to need machinists, they're going to need welders, and they're going to need general assemblers, a few industrial maintenance, just a number of things for their tool line. Basically, they're going to be doing pullers, conduit benders, industrial toolboxes. That's what initially they'll be manufacturing out of that plant.
Great thing for Sharp County.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dr. Lawrence. Are there any other questions? Okay, if not, we'll move on to agenda item number 17.
Ms. Griffin, this item is from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. It's a master's in education in computer science. The program is designed as a 36 credit hour program. The institution has indicated that it's designed to meet local needs for educators who already are licensed to obtain training to be computer science teachers. Currently, there's only one other program in the state that's similar, and that's a similar education program at the bachelor's level at Arkansas Tech University. The university has projected initial enrollment to 12 to 15 students. That's in fall 2021. And Dr. Robert Carr, who's the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, will provide additional context. Dr. Carr?
Thank you, Dr. Walker, for that introduction. We, in 2017, received a U.S. Department of Education grant in the amount of $2.5 million to help increase the number of STEM students or STEM teachers around the state of Arkansas. We have really put aside roughly half of that grant to invest into this program. So about $1.2 million to help increase the number of computer science teachers in the southeastern portion of the state, but really for the whole state of Arkansas. Next slide, please. So when we looked at what we should do with the grant, one of the things we wanted to do was meet the needs of the state. We knew that the governor had an initiative where he would like to see computer science taught in all of the high school, and we thought this would be a wonderful way to help align our mission of what we were trying to do in the School of Education with the needs of the state of Arkansas. And so out of that need came this program. Next slide. So as you are aware, the commissioner, the Arkansas Department of Education commissioner sent out a memo stating that computer science is a critical shortage area, especially in the grades 4 through 12. And that was another data point that we looked at in creating this program. Next slide. So when we looked at the expected salaries, as you can see, for a person with a master's degree, and I know on here it says with 0 years experience, but we all know that usually when teachers go back to pursue a master's degree, they have some experience, probably between 3 and 5 years experience on average. And so we're expecting these individuals that complete our program to be in the $38,000 to $39,000 range in terms of salary. For when we looked at the regional need, there was very strong indication that all STEM fields are needed in our area, but we also wanted to focus in on computer science, and we thought about ways that we could help augment what we were doing. And so, yes, we do have the grant money available, but we have a wonderful faculty already on staff. And so there will be some E&G money that is supporting this program as well. Next slide. Of course, everything we do, we tie back to our strategic plan. And this program is definitely aligned with our strategic plan in terms of growing the pride. And one of the things we want to do with this is that we want to make sure that we set up an excellent teaching and learning environment for the K-12 students of the state of Arkansas. Next slide, please. When we look at additional budget needs, there won't be any additional budget needs at the inception of this program. Between the already in place E&G funding and the grant, we should have everything that we need to kick off this program. We already have a waiting list of students that have indicated they would like to enroll in the program. And so we are certainly thankful for your consideration in this program. At this time, I take any questions that you may have.
Okay, if there are no questions, we'll move on to item number 18. Thank you, Dr. Carr.
Thank you.
Item number 18 is an associate in manufacturing from Arkansas Tech University. It's a unique 64-hour program that will be embedded in their existing Bachelor's of Science and Mechanical Engineering program that has a robust student enrollment currently. The institutions indicated there's no additional funding needed for this program. And currently within Arkansas, there's no other programs that are similar in nature, although there are manufacturing programs and advanced manufacturing programs, but none of similar nature to this program. The other one that's even close is at the University of Arkansas at Monticello in terms of their CP, TC, and AAS in this area. They're projecting in fall 2021 initial enrollment of 15 students, and Dr. John Cron of the department head of mechanical engineering will provide additional context. Dr. Cron, are you here?
I'm here. Thank you, Dr. Walker. Good morning, board members. I'm John Crone, department head for mechanical engineering, Arkansas Tech. Thank you for the opportunity to present this proposal this morning. As indicated, as Dr. Walker just mentioned, this is an embedded program. The needs analysis showed that there was not a lot of demand for manufacturing technologists, but this is not really meant for that. As I said, this is meant to be a means for our engineering students, our mechanical engineering students chiefly, to get a secondary credential that indicates special training in the manufacturing area. Historically, manufacturing industry has been a major employer of our students at graduation, and the impetus for this actually came from one of our employers at a joint government, university and industry meeting that was held last, I believe it was early February, who noted the need for preparation specific to manufacturing industry. Proposed program, as Dr. Walker said, is the only associate of science manufacturing program in the state. There are several associate of applied science programs related to manufacturing at two-year institutions, but none of those contain engineering content. Strategically, it fits very well with our existing engineering programs. Program format is very similar to the existing Associate of Science in Nuclear Technology degree program, which has been a very popular choice as a secondary credential for our ME students over the years. It's expected that virtually all of the program graduates will continue to complete their BSME degree, and so we expect their salaries at graduation to be the same as other MEs, which is typically in the $60,000 to $70,000 range. Since this is going to be an embedded program, they'll be offered no additional faculty resources. Initially require some additional equipment, but no new building space. We do plan to reconfigure some existing lab and shop space for the needed laboratory equipment. The new equipment that's needed initially includes a CNC mill, a 3D printer. Other equipment needs may arise as the program matures, responds to further industry input. We've already received, however, donation from a corporate partner of a suitable CNC mill, and we do have existing 3D printers on campus. So currently we don't need any new equipment to start the program. We have those all in hand. In support of future programming needs, we do have access to two funding sources through the ATU Foundation. First is a recently endowed fund that has proceeds designated to support engineering and computer science programs. Second source is another foundation account that was donated to the ME department many years ago that is designated for program development. So additional equipment, space reconfigurations, other costs we'll be able to do basically with no state or university budget money. And there will be, of course, E&G money support for the faculty, but it's no additional money from what we have. We're basically going to be teaching the required elective courses along with our other courses like they've always been teaching. It just may be a slight shift in the electives we offer in any given semester. That concludes my remarks. So any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Thank you, Dr. Crone. If there are no questions, we'll move on to item number 19.
Ms. Griffin, this is a agenda item from Southeast Arkansas College. It's an Associate of Applied Science and Supply Chain Management. This has been a rather popular topic recently in Arkansas in terms of needed for professionals trained in this area. This will be an outgrowth of existing what they have at the Southeast Arkansas College in terms of programs and faculty. As presented in the agenda item, it will have a focus and an option in transportation. And there are several institutions in the state that offer similar programs, and the enrollment of those programs are anywhere from 590 students at the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville's program down to 6 at Southern Arkansas University Tech program. So Dr. Lyric Samore will present some additional information about this program.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. We are extremely excited about this opportunity. This is something we've heard so much just, of course, across the state, as Dr. Walker mentioned, but also within our community. Okay, thank you, Dr. Walker. I was going to tell you, next slide. Students will receive a fundamental introduction to the field chain management in conjunction with other business technology skills. This program will include instruction in acquisitions, purchasing, inventory control, resource estimation and allocation, and budgeting. The degree will include 3 pieces: a certificate of proficiency in commercial driver's licensing, a technical certificate in supply chain management transportation, and an associate's of applied science and supply chain management. Our needs analysis show that there's a 10% expected job growth rate from 2016 to 2026, with over 4,300 annual job openings. Within the opportunity zones of Jefferson County, transportation is considered to be the 4th largest employer. The needs analysis for the supply chain management, the CARC service area includes companies that rely heavily on transportation, storage, distribution activities. We have Tyson Tyson Foods, Wilson Brothers, MK Distributors, Sunoco, different ones that have already predicted job openings upon our discussions with them. As far as meeting regional and community and student needs, supply chain management, I'm sorry, commercial driver's license, it was the third on the list of certificates in greatest demand. Truck drivers have 5th most job openings among all careers in Arkansas. The average annual salary is over $42,000 with a 10% expected job growth between 2016 and 2026. Our area is challenged by poverty, high unemployment, and as the statistics show that the poverty rate in our area is 17.2 to 29%. In 2019, 56% of CARC students were low income, 51% were first generation college students, 41% are over the age of 25, and we believe the program such as this will help address those unemployment concerns. And as far as the community interest that we've experienced, someone can gain education to do something, a job that they're truly interested in. How the program will fit within the institution's strategic needs. Our strategic plan for fiscal year 2019 to 2023 specifically listed new program development for fiscal year 2020 to 2021 to produce employable graduates. We also partner heavily with the Southeast Arkansas Economic Development District, and their strategic plan also includes goals to promote economic development through education and job training, and they can help pay for some of our students to attend training if needed. Next slide, please, Dr. Walker. The only thing that we anticipated needing any additional funds for would be the instructor salary, but we have since found that we have got that covered. We will have some courses through our AAS piece that we may need additional help with, but we've had employers that have recently stepped up and offered to help not only develop curriculum, but teach courses within the AAS. Grant funding to support the program. Delta Regional Authority, we've already secured $150,000 over 2 years. We'll use that for equipment and supplies. Arkansas Community Colleges, $180,000 is a one-time award. We'll use that for equipment. And the Office of Skills Development, it's $105,000. It's awarded with the ability to award multiple times, and this will be used for students that may not qualify for financial aid. So in all, that's $435,000 that we've secured. The expected salaries for graduates, truck drivers, again, have the 5th most job openings among the careers in Arkansas, and an average salary of over $42,000. Still, that expected job growth rate's 10%. And transportation, storage, and distribution managers can earn 44 to 52 according to the Arkansas Department of Workforce Services. We plan to purchase 2 trucks that will allow us to have 54 graduates annually. We'll have 9 rotations, possibly a 10th. We will offer through the week and a weekend option for individuals that may be working through the week. And that would allow us to have 54 graduates. And this concludes my remarks. If there are any questions, I'll take them.
Thank you, Dr. Seymour. Okay, if there are no questions, we will move on to agenda item number 20.
Agenda item number 20 covers institutional certifications advisory committees. This item will be presented in greater detail in the other agenda for the board meeting, item number 8 with Alana Bowles. These are institutions from out of state who are planning or who plan to offer degree programs in the state of Arkansas. So 3 colleges and 17 degrees or certificate programs. Agenda item number 21 is letters of notification. These are items that are submitted to the Arkansas Department of Higher Education, and they require director's approval, but they must be presented to the board prior to initiation. These consider anything from curriculum revisions, program reconfigurations, program deletions or additions of certificate programs, or even graduate certificates. And there's a total of 162 of those listed in your agenda book. I won't go through them all. Agenda item number 22 is letters of intent. These are programs or the potential for programs that institutions intend to submit to us in the future. This gives chief academic officers, CAOs, presidents and chancellors a chance to comment, discuss, or address any concerns with those proposed programs. Ms. Griffin, these items are recommended for approval by ADHE executive staff.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. Are there any questions for agenda items number 21 or 22? All right, if not, before we vote on the agenda items, would any institutional representative like to address the board? Okay, if not, do I hear a motion to recommend approval of agenda items 14 through 20 to the full board?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Agenda items 14 through 20 will be recommended to the full board. Do I hear a motion to adjourn the academic committee meeting today?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 So we will adjourn this meeting and turn it back over to Dr. Carr.
Thank you so much.